Friends, in this video, we are discussing a very well-known poem titled Old Folks Laugh, written by Maya Angello. Born in 1928, Maya Angello was a famous American writer, poet, and civil rights activist. She has published 7 autobiographies in which she explores the theme of economic, racial, and sexual oppression. The first autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing, brought her to international acclaim. Angello has also written 3 books of essays and several books of poetry. She has taken part in several dramas, movies, and television shows spanning more than 50 years. She has received several dozens of awards and more than 50 honorary degrees from various universities all over the world. Maya Angello died in 2014 at the age of 86. The poem, All the Folks Laugh, talks about all the people who are masters in the art of laughter. In younger days, they were very careful about laughing. They were careful not to cross the limits of civility when they laughed. Well, we are not supposed to laugh loudly. Because of these restrictions, they never enjoyed a hearty laugh. But now, when they have become old, well, there are no restrictions. They can burst into peals of laughter. Let's take a look at the poem. It's a very short poem of 25 lines. All the folks laugh. They have spent their content of simpering, holding their lips this and that way, winding the lines between their brows. All the folks allow their bellies to jiggle like slow tambourines. The howlers rise up and spill over any way they want. When all the folks laugh, they free the world. They turn slowly, slyly knowing the best and the worst of remembering. Saliva glistens in the corners of their mouths. Their heads wobble on brittle necks, but their laps are filled with memories. When all the folks laugh, they consider the promise of dear painless death and generously forgive life for happening to them. This is the poem, 25 lines. Let's take a closer look at the poem. Well, here is the first stanza of 8 lines. They have spent their content of simpering, holding their lips this and that way, winding the lines between their brows. They have spent their content of simpering. Well, the old folks have already stopped trying to please others by doing what is expected of them by the society. Well, the society puts a lot of restrictions on the young people. Well, don't do this, don't do that, don't laugh loudly because it would be uncivil. No, it is not nice. So they put several restrictions. The young people, they never get an opportunity to have a hearty laugh. Well, as far as the old folks are concerned, that time of restrictions and the silly self-conscious smile is now over. They have spent their content of simpering, holding their lips. Well, if they want to laugh, they hold their lips like this. Holding their lips this way and that way, with lines around their mouth and with wrinkles on their forehead. That time is over. The time of restrictions is now over. There is no need for any acting. There is no need for any drama. They can have a hearty laugh. All the folks allow their bellies to jiggle like slow tambourines. Now, look at the simile. It's a beautiful simile. Now, all the fox, they allow their bellies. They laugh heartily. When they laugh, the whole body shakes and they can have a belly laughter. Now, when they laugh, their bellies jiggle like tambourines, the percussion instrument. Look at that. Like slow tambourines. Look at the beautiful simile. So this is the first stanza. Look at the second stanza of 4 lines. The howlers rise up and spill over any way they want. When all the folks laugh, they free the world. The loud, noisy laughter of the old folk is thought of as a sparkling liquid. A sparkling liquid that spills over the edges of its container. The image of the sparkling liquid spilling over the edges of the container highlights the joy, the exuberance of the hearty laughter of the old folk. When old folks laugh, they free the world. Well, that's it. Well, as far as the old folk are concerned, they enjoy real freedom. They free themselves from the restrictions imposed by the society. They free themselves as well as they free the world. Look at the third stanza. They turn slowly and slyly, knowing the best and the worst of remembering. As far as the old people are concerned, the quality of the memories is not important. The memories, whether good or bad, are mere memories. But remember, these people, since they have lived a long time, they have gained a lot of experience. And from the experience, they have also gained a lot of worldly wisdom. And so, slyly knowing, they turn slowly. Why they turn slowly? Because their body has become very, very frail and weak. So, fast movement is very difficult. So, they turn slowly, slyly knowing, because from their experience, they have gained a lot of wisdom. Slyly knowing what? The best and the worst of remembering. Well, they have already had the best experiences and the worst experiences. Saliva glistens in the corners of their mouths. Well, you can notice when old folks, they talk, when they laugh, saliva gathers in the corners of the mouth. Bubbles of saliva, they shine, they glisten. Their heads wobble. The old people are not able to hold their head steadily because the head rests upon a weak, frail neck. So their body has become very, very weak. But their laps are filled with memories. Look at the metaphor. Sleeping like infants on their lap are memories. Memories of an age. And these memories are wisdom. Wisdom collected from years of experience. So, the poet says, saliva glistens in the corners of their mouth. Their heads wobble on brittle necks, but their laps are filled with memories. Now here comes the last stanza. When all the folks laugh, they consider the promise of dear painless death and generously forgive their life for happening to them. When all the folks laugh, their laughter becomes a liberator, a freedom from the eventuality of death. Death is usually considered as being painful, but the struggles of life have taught these people to face, to accept death with a balance of mind. They accept, they receive, they welcome death fearlessly. They take death as just another event, another milestone in the struggles of life. This realization enables them to accept death as dear, painless death, and to forgive life for the hardships that it has caused them. So, summing up the negatives of life, well, the old folks forgive the life. So this is the poem. So when you take a look back at the poem, you can see that it is a tribute to the old people, the positive attitude that the elderly people develop towards life. The old people, they no longer practice simpering, restricted laughter, and they are free to laugh as they wish. They don't bother about the people around them. Their laughter is an act of liberation. Their only defects, their only problem is the slow movement, because their body is frail and weak, so they can't move fast like young people. But they teach us how to laugh freely and heartily, and how to welcome death, which will free them from all impediments and difficulties of life. Finally, their global experience, an age full of experience, has brought them to terms with everything that has happened in their life, and they forgive life for happening to them. This is the poem, the beautiful poem written by the famous poet Maya Angello. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.